Last time on the channel, we were hard at work transforming the outside of our camper. And in this episode, we're tackling the inside, taking a blank slate and 4 bare walls, and transforming it into a cozy little retreat for 2. We're Bo and Kate, and together, we're building our dream camper. This is the Blacktop Nomad. Dark and empty was the only way to describe our shell when we received it, and that simply wasn't going to do. So once again I grabbed my Scotch pad, grabbed a little more glass cleaner, and went to work prepping the inside surface for paint. Just look at all that grime I got off. Before I broke out the brushes, I had to grab a pad because my knees were accidentally putting little divots in the foam floor. Whoops. This time our new color was going to be drastically different than our starting color, so I made sure to wear an appropriate shirt, just in case I got any on me. As I started trimming, it was immediately apparent just how much brighter the inside was going to be. I mean, just look at that difference. Once I had our new base layer applied, it was remarkable just how much brighter and more inviting the interior was already looking. It was so inviting, in fact, I decided to take a little break, and Kate and I decided to have a little date day in our freshly painted camper, where Kate decided to spend a little time coloring, and I elected to tackle another camper build of sorts. So we popped a Top Gear road trip into the DVD player, and I set to work building the afternoon away. Just enjoying a lazy afternoon in our little micro getaway. It was a good thing too, because the next step was one I was secretly kind of nervous about. The next day I returned to the camper alone, laid down some plastic, gathered a bunch of paints, as well as a handful of brushes, and set to work executing a personal vision. Growing up watching Bob Ross, I always remembered him referring to his paintings as creating his own little world. And that's exactly what I wanted this camper to be. An escape into a little world of my very own. Bear in mind, I've never really painted before, let alone on a surface quite as rough as this, so what you're seeing is really my first ever painting. This first painting ended up being a giant learning process, as I had to figure out exactly what the paints were capable of and just exactly what the surface would allow it to do. Which, all in all, it didn't come out terrible. But I still had a long way to go. Paint-covered hands, mountains of dirty brushes, and lots of trash. That was my reality for the next 4 days. As each morning I'd enter our camper as a determined nomad, and each afternoon emerge from my cubic canvas feeling more and more like a real artist. I'm no Bob Ross, but I did find the joy of painting through this, and I'm proud of the little world I created. Seeing the mural done, I had more motivation than ever, so I went ahead and moved the bulk of our furniture back into the camper, just so I could get a sense of the space once everything was finally put back together. It was finally starting to look like home, and that meant I could start adding those last little finishing touches. First up, I added a few anchors and brackets so I could install a set of privacy shades over our windows. Then I took our shelf into my office for a little customization. I had found some great old travel photos while digging through some boxes. So along with a few old stickers I'd made and a little double-sided tape, I mapped out a design to display them all. Now we get to carry those memories along with us as we go out in search of new ones to call our own. Once I had it finished, I brought the shelf back in, and I securely anchored the shelf to the wall. Then I applied a little more vinyl to the door. Then I framed and hung a few postcards from a few previous trips of ours. I also mounted up some string lights. And then I had just one last thing to install. As long as I've known Kate, she's loved puzzles, so I wanted to add one final touch as a special surprise just for her. It looked great, but it felt like it was missing something. So with a little vinyl and some creativity, I had a finished piece I couldn't wait to surprise her with. With the camper now finished, we just had to try it out. So we wheeled it out in the driveway for a little staycation. And when I say we got Wanderbox all situated out on the pad, carried over our fire pit, got a nice fire going, and got ready to relax for the evening. And since we were camping, I just had to do a little grilling so we could enjoy a nice dinner out on the patio. It was shaping up to be a great evening. And toasting a few marshmallows was just what we needed to cap off the night right. After all that hard work we put in, it was nice to be able to sit and relax and just enjoy all we had accomplished. As the sun was setting, we headed into the camper to get everything all set up for the night. A little movie time on the DVD player, and a little reading by firelight. We snuggled in for the night to relax and enjoy our first night together in our cozy new home away from home. Now that Wanderbox is officially ready, we can't wait to start getting out there on the road for our first adventure in our new camper. Hopefully you've enjoyed getting to see all this come together. We can't wait to share what comes next with all of you. So from both of us, thank you so much for watching, and please consider subscribing to see what's next for Wanderbox. We'll see you in the next episode.